Go. So, there was light, and it looked like a cursor. Except this isn't where data input or man entering data into a computer started. That started somewhere else. It started here. This is the first computer. The electronic numerical integrator and computer. Did I hear a cheer for that? No. Right, so you'll see there's loads of valves, and computers have evolved in the space of about 30 years to something that looked very much like this. A small screen and a keyboard. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm in a new job, and I've got an Apple Mac keyboard, and it's not easy to use. It's not a problem that's new. I got a Commodore 64 in about 1987, and I had to learn how to type LearnStar, 8,1 to load a game. Not easy. Now, I was introduced to computers before I met arcades. So imagine when you're a young lad stuck on a compound in Saudi Arabia as an expat, and you find an arcade machine. The one before that was Missile Command. And this one here is called Pac-Man. There was also another game called Tron. And both of these have devices, Pac-Man a joystick, a Missile Command a rollerball. And Tron put the two together. And this was like brilliant. It made me think about what could you do to control things. It's made me fascinated about the way people want to control things and through the computer and how that goes on through life. Now, my mum and dad also bought us an Atari 2600 joystick. And joysticks are things you plug into computers and let you control things. Usually commandos want to kill things. This is the first joystick I ever bought, a Competition Pro 5000. Quality joystick. The kind of thing that you could just use as some sort of penis replacement. And the one thing that set it apart was, underneath here, you'll see there's these are micro switches. And do you know what the best thing is as a wiggle the joystick is? Now, that used to give me a sore wrist and a sore top of the hand. And then this was introduced, which was great for games which I really loved, which were things like Hypersports. Now, these were called joystick destroyers. And do you know why that was? That's because you used to sit and you used to have to waggle and waggle and waggle and wait to the end and fucking hell, your wrist is killing you. Jesus Christ, go! Awesome. Do that in 50 seconds now. Now, computers evolved, arcades had loads of buttons, and so did joysticks. I mean, look at this. This is like a gamer's wet dream. But you know, I'm 35 and I struggle with multiple buttons. My 7-year-old daughter, she's awesome. She's better than me on Mario Kart and N64, and this really pisses me off because I only know how to use this bit here and those bits at the top. So I always kind of find a bit of glee when I see a mouse pointer in front of me, and a mouse pointer is a device I can control. It's not like these multi-button joypads these days. I can move it effortlessly around the screen using a mouse. Oh. Now, mice started off not with this infrared thing underneath, but they had like a little rollerball underneath, very much like Missile Command did. And I think this is kind of like a kind of psychological link for me, for my youth. You know, that sense of comfort? Move the rollerball and start waving around, and you get a Wii controller. You remove the wire, and what you have here is this kind of movement in the past 2 years where British people close the curtains and they wave these things about. It's kind of like that bit in Home Alone where he closes the curtains and you see the actions. It's just like people don't have affairs and swingers parties, well, they have Wii parties. Come, I don't know, 3 centuries in the future, Wii parties will sound rude. Now, iPhones have kind of shown us how we've moved on. We use our fingers like this and we flinch, you know, we push things around. And when Steven Spielberg did the film Minority Report, and this is back in about 2000, he got futurologists together and said, where would technology go? And about the same time, I think it's about a year before, The Matrix came out. And Matrix was kind of built around, people said, Scott, that won't happen, as if humans will be used as an energy source. Well, with all these advances in technology, we've got a point where how are we going to fuel this? Energy's running out. People are having to look at new ways of working, and I reckon what we need to do is go back in time, get these joysticks and harness the energy of teenage boys in the bedrooms.